6 chill, fool, for real.
Judah, 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 Judah. Judah, 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 Judah. The scepter will never leave Judah. The scepter will never leave Judah. The scepter will never leave Judah. I'm Judah. Christ sprang out of Judah. King David was Judah. King Asa was Judah. Don't crowd me up, who gon' rouse me up? Alistair Crowley, your time is up. It's a big mess, I gotta clean it up. Esau, the end of my kingdom's up. On the eagle's neck, I'll press. I woke up from my rest. I woke up from my arrest. My rulership is up next. No vex. Judah, 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 Judah. Judah, 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 Judah.
Welcome to class again with the Israelite School of Biblical History and Practical Knowledge. We're gonna go ahead and get the link out to everybody and then get class rolling. We're gonna start out with questions, and then after questions we're gonna go into if nobody has any questions, we'll go into class. All right. Passover was fabulous. It was beautiful. What happened? It froze?
Yeah.
Good. Close it out.
Oh.
Let's see. That's weird. Let's see. There you go. We're also trying to go back online with Facebook. We haven't been on there a while, so we're trying to do that again. Let me see. We'll start out with our opening while everybody logs in and gets on. If y'all don't know by now, we do have classes out here in Virginia, in Houston, San Antonio. I think they have some working out in Albuquerque also. So if you're looking out in those areas, hit us up. Hit me up. When our number's up there, you can contact us to see if we're in those areas. And then we have a few other brothers and sisters scattered throughout different areas. If y'all are trying to link up with brothers or see if people are in your area. Okay? So, let's see here. So check out we have some other YouTube channels that we're going to get back on. This year's been very busy, but we do have our YouTube Hidden Truth Bible Show. We have our Israelite Media Corp, which is like our news stuff, and then we have 5 Minutes of Wisdom. Okay. Check those out. Support those. We appreciate it. With those, we just try to get out every little avenue we can. All right. We're also trying to start a radio show, local here in Virginia. So if you want to support that, we would appreciate it. All right. We're trying to get a radio show going here in Virginia. We've been out here almost 2 years now, right? So we're trying to get that rolling. Let's see here. Israel Wear is back up and running. If you want any garments, y'all go check out our Israel Wear. These sisters, y'all got to put some of those Passover garments up there that y'all have done for the Passover. You know, the sisters really get busy on the Passover garments, and you can see the quality. And we got cats from other schools, you know what I mean, ordering, right? So they really get down on the garments. If you want to get your fringes up, t-shirts, whatever it is, the sisters do it, okay? If you're interested in the Hebrew Academy Hebrew Academy is Tuesdays. We actually have it Tuesdays and Wednesdays. Tuesdays on Zoom and then Wednesdays in VA. And that's for brothers that want to kind of step up in the priesthood and learn more to what it is to be a bishop. All right. So we do that on Wednesdays here in Virginia. On the Zoom, we do it also Tuesdays. Our number's up there. You can contact us. My number, Priest Quatazop's number. If you need to get a hold of us, counsel. If you need any help, you can hit us up at any time. If you want to support, you can support many ways. Sweet Ambiance is one of them. We have essential oils, body oils, soaps, bath bombs, things of that nature. And thank you to everybody that's been patient with us. Whether it's garments, Sweet Ambiance, it's been a busy 5 months. All right, so we appreciate y'all patience. I want to thank all the brothers and sisters that did contribute to the Passover, to the lamb, to the location. We really appreciate it. We were able to help our brothers and sisters that didn't have. So that really helped out. All right. So next year, it looks like we're going to be doing Passover out here in Virginia. We're going to be doing Passover out here in Virginia. So prepare for that. We're telling y'all way early. I repeat, Passover is going to be out here in Virginia. That's one of the conversations I had with a war ahead of time, was that we would do the Passover out here in Virginia. All right? So this year we're going to get started early. Excuse me, I got a little cold. The residuals of nothing but chicken, lamb, and steak the whole time we've been out there. So it caught up. All right? If you want to give to alms and help out our school, the information will be up there. If you do give already monthly, we appreciate you. I'll tell you like this. We couldn't do it without y'all. We really, really appreciate y'all. And we thank you. All the brothers and sisters in Houston, in VA, whatever brothers and sisters that scattered, and you know who you are. We appreciate y'all, man. Really, a lot. Because we can't do it alone. And it's helping us out. It's helping out the school. It's making sure the school bills get paid. So we appreciate that, all right? So let's open up for questions. If anybody has any questions, we'll answer those. If not, we'll go into today's topic. So let me log in here. Do they got anything online? Everybody's getting in there? So we're going to wait till some of y'all get in there, get in online, and then we'll go into questions. I'll say this, for us, it's going to be another busy year. You're going to see us open up a school out in Rochester, because that's what they want. And as they prepare and get more ready, that's going to happen. So that's a beautiful thing. And then we need more teachers. We need more brothers to step up, and do those things and help out. So I want to congratulate all the brothers in the Passover that did graduate from a soldier or a trooper or officer, we appreciate that. All right. So we just waiting for y'all to get in on here and see if anybody has any questions before we jump into tonight's class. I'm glad everybody got home safe for the Passover. Hopefully everybody had fun and didn't just hang out with people you already know, but actually try to get to know brothers and sisters. Hopefully y'all did that. Shalom, shalom to everybody online. Any questions yet? Not yet? All right, I'll give them a few more minutes. If y'all don't got any questions in a few more minutes, we're going to go into tonight's class. Few more minutes. I know we haven't been on. I'm trying to give y'all a few seconds to see if y'all got anything. On there. Did you have anything, Knock? No? Okay. All right. I know brothers and sisters need to get here. What else? If y'all got any ideas for classes. Some brothers, some classes that you might not have got. I'll tell you like this though. Between Houston channel, this channel, the Houston channel, the main channel has gotten, we've been on there for over, I think, it has to be about 10 years now. So, y'all, there's a lot of classes on there. If you haven't scrolled through, we touch on a lot of different topics. So, check that out. Yeah.
Oh, the resurrection class. We'll be having that soon?
Oh, right. The resurrection class. Right. Yeah. Yeah, I'm going to do that on Monday. See, I'm glad you reminded me. And that's another thing. Please remind me because I'll forget. It's not intentional, but we got a lot of things going on. Resurrection, yeah. So yeah, I'll get that one ready for you. Try to knock that out either Monday or Thursday. All right. So nobody has any questions online? No? Tonight's class, remember, we go over these different topics, these different classes based on what themes brothers and sisters are battling, what things that are going on in the school. We put these classes together to strengthen and to help brothers and sisters out. So, coming off of the Passover, we're going to be talking about faith. All right? Touching on faith and the necessity of faith. So, that's what we're going to go into if nobody has anything. Nobody's on there? Any questions? Okay. So, we're going to go into Hebrews 11, verse 6. And we're going to be talking about faith. That's the only thing that's going to get you to next year. How is it that some brothers have the endurance to make it year to year? I did a real good class on zeal. How to keep your zeal. That's recent. Y'all should go check those out. But this is one of the things that's going to get you brothers and sisters, get all of us really, to continue and continually be consistent in what we're doing. So we got a lot of brothers in their schools, man, that got a problem with faith. understanding how faith works and how to believe, how to stay consistent. So this is why we are going over this topic. Read that, Hebrews 11, verse 6.
Hebrews 11 and verse 6. But without faith, it is impossible to please him.
Right. Without faith, it's impossible to please the Most High. A lot of brothers and sisters don't understand that faith is needed. Faith is something, the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. And that is a big problem with Hebrew Israelites, that you want to see everything. You want to, there's supposed to be all the answers right then and there, or else you're not moving on it. And that's where we fail. When the scripture says the Jews require a sign, that wasn't a good thing. Like, Israel don't understand that. That wasn't a good thing, that when it says the Jews require a sign. Because Christ came back and said, an evil generation seeketh a sign. So we got to understand why faith is necessary. Grab that, Washington. Why faith is necessary, man. So it's needed for brothers and sisters to get through from year to year, and I understand that everything ain't just going to be given to you. You have to wait. Everything ain't, all the secrets are not going to be revealed to you right away. You have to wait. You have to be patient. You got to read. You got to study. Right? These are the things that you're not going to, wives, you're not going to, your husband is not going to explain every movement that he's going to do. Your husband's not going to explain every situation and every movement that he has to move on. So you got to be faithful. Brothers, it's not going to be needed to where every situation that you move on, that an officer moves on, is everything is going to be explained. If that was the case, then there would be no faith, moving in faith. That's why when we talk about faith, and we talk about dealing with brothers, dealing with your wife, dealing with your husband, you got to think about it. You know your husband's not going to drop you off a bridge. You know he's not leading you to go sell yourself on the block. So does everything need to be to the point and given a reason why? Things wouldn't be dealt with faith. Baby, could you make me some spaghetti? Why? I sound like my 3-year-old son. Why? Because I'm hungry. But why are you hungry? Why does it need to be spaghetti? Is it necessary that spaghetti needs to be made? I know it sounds childish, but that's how Israel is. They want to know everything. We gotta go pass out flyers. Where? Why? What? It's like, really? We said we're going to pass out flyers, not sell drugs. And there's nothing wrong with questions, but you got to see how there's a thin line between questioning and lacking faith. It's a thin line. So read that again. Where are we at?
We're at Hebrews chapter 11 and verse 6.
But
without faith, it is impossible to please him.
We can't please the Most High if we don't have faith. If you don't believe. If you don't want to hear and see things. If you're the type of individual that don't want to hear and see things through time, like you got to have everything right then and there. The truth is not going to work for you, man. You didn't have that in the world. Think about it. The white man told you what? Every 2 weeks you're going to get a check. And you have faith that every 2 weeks you're going to get a check. He told you you're going to get the stimulus check, right? And what? You were patiently waiting for the stimulus check. He tells you you're going to get the taxes. When you file your taxes, you're going to get them back. How come you believe that you're going to get them back? Because you know the white man comes through when he's... You know the white man comes through when he says it, right? You know what? Don't give me that. Don't give me that. Don't give me that, because you know he's going to come through. Well, the Most High comes through too. Without faith, it's impossible to please the Most High. You have to have faith to understand coming into the work. Why to do things the way the Most High said? Why give up your life? Because that's what happens, right? He comes, follow me, I'll make you fishers of men. Right? Okay. You do it. You come in. You dive in. Well, some of us always wants to know, well, really? I got to be a fisher, man? Why? What does this entail? What do I have to do? You see? So we got to see, man, this is you can't be this type of individual that always wants to, at every point, question everything. I'm going to say it again for y'all that are not going to get this. I'm not saying you can't ask questions. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that there's some things that don't need to be questioned. Right? Like when you tell your rib to make spaghetti, does that really need to be questioned? Okay, well, it's like that with a lot of things. So somebody pick up reading, because it looks like he needs to take a seat. Go ahead.
It's Hebrews chapter 11 verse 6. But without faith, it is impossible to please him.
Yeah, so in order for us to please the Most High, we got to be thinking with our spiritual eye. And that takes you looking beyond the physical, or looking beyond things present, or looking beyond things here and now. That's what faith is. Go ahead.
For he that cometh to the Most High must believe.
Hebrews 11:6. But without faith it is impossible to please him. For he that cometh to the Most High must believe that he is.
He must believe that he is. And I know this is simple. A brother would be like, and a sister would be like, a believer would be like, well, I believe in God. I got faith. I believe in the Most High. I got faith. Nah. We're going to find out what it really means to have faith. Go to Matthew 14:24. Let's check this out. Let's understand what it really means to have faith. Because it ain't just saying, I believe in the Creator. Because in believing in the Most High, you really have to understand how the Most High moves. So let's go through some situations to show us. Read that, Matthew 14:24.
Matthew 14 and verse 24. But the ship was now in the midst of the sea.
Right.
Tossed with waves.
Right. So they were on the ship. The ship was in the midst of the sea, tossed with waves. Right. Go ahead.
For the wind was contrary.
Right.
And in the fourth watch of the night.
Right.
Yahushua went unto them, walking on the sea.
Right. So Christ went to them walking on the sea in this chaotic moment. A lot of brothers and sisters don't understand, in the chaotic moment, it ain't when everything's going good. Oh, you know what? I believe. Of course you believe, because everything's going good. It was in this chaotic moment where faith was going to be applied. It had to be applied. Go ahead.
Verse 26. And when the disciples saw him walking on the sea, they were troubled,
right,
saying, it is a spirit. And they cried out for fear.
Right.
But straightway Yahushua spake unto them, saying, be of good cheer. It is I, be not afraid.
Go ahead.
And Peter answered him and said, Lord, if it be thou, bid me come unto thee on the water.
Go ahead.
And he said, come. And when Peter was come down on the ship, he walked on the water to go to Yahushua. But when he saw the wind boisterous, he was afraid.
Right, faith. He first moved on faith. It didn't take Yahushua to go through a Revelations breakdown. It didn't take Yahushua to over-explain how, by him following what he said, he was going to defy the elements and walk on water. You see that? He didn't sit back and be like, oh, whoa, Yahushua, wait a minute. I need you to explain to me how this is going to work. So you're saying if I come out there and walk on this water, then I'm going to change the environment and the elements, change my being, and be able to move and walk on the sea? Nah. He didn't ask for a breakdown. What's the first thing that he did? He moved. Because Yahushua didn't tell him, listen. Yahushua didn't tell him, listen, come over here. We're gonna go whoremongering. We're gonna go drink ourselves into oblivion. That's when you question, right? Why it always gotta be something spiritual you want to question? But hit this, it was fine, right? Right, Mike? When they gave you the blunt back in the days, did you tell them to give you a breakdown? When they tell you to, man, listen, I'm finna hit it and you finna hit it, we all gonna hit this, and they tell you to jump in on the orgy, do they tell you, you know what? Hold on a second though. We gonna break this down according to the scriptures. Oh, we gotta give you the knowledge on how to do this. You just dived in. So, but why is it that you dive in? Why is it that you don't dive in when it comes to spiritual things? Why? It ain't going sideways?
No, it is.
Oh, okay. Why? Why is that? Why is it, brothers and sisters? You keep putting it on the theme. Why is it that brothers and sisters don't ask questions when it comes to the wicked things, but when it comes to the spiritual, then you want to be the most inquisitive? Yeah. Why else?
Well, basically just, I was thinking about the scripture in Ecclesiastes 27:5. Which says man's trial is in his reasoning.
Right.
So him reasoning in his mind, he's trying to find every excuse on why he shouldn't do it the right way.
Right. You're trying to reason out why you shouldn't do the spiritual things and the things that spiritually have you growing. And those are the things that's going to hold you back. That's why I said without faith it's impossible to please him. Peter first walked on the water without second questioning and second thinking. I'll say it again for all y'all that are so-called overthinkers and so-called want to get wise and spiritual. So you trying to say I can't ask questions, Doc? That's not what this is about. This is not about questions. It's about you overthinking everything that doesn't necessarily to be think over. It's not about that. Obviously, you got to ask questions, right? But where does faith come in then? Right? Where? Somebody tell me. I'm gonna ask y'all. Don't act like y'all ain't looking at me now. Where does faith come in then? What?
It comes in and trusting, knowing that.
Trusting when? But I can't trust nobody. I'm gonna play the brother that's been hurt. Right. I can't trust nobody. So where does faith come in? Think about it. If you're already in the I can't trust nobody mode,
you ain't got faith already.
You already ain't gonna go in this mind of with faith. It's impossible to please the Most High, right? Or well, it's possible to please the Most High if you want to really put it in context that we're learning, right? So, what is it? If I'm already coming to you and I really don't trust, I really don't believe, right? Because I believe in God, but I don't believe in you.
Ain't got nothing to do with it.
Well, it does, because it's coming from you. It's coming from you. So what is it then? See, I got you now.
No.
What?
It's because you don't want to do it.
Okay, you're telling me calm, but how is that going to fix the problem? Tell me why there's no faith there. Why? It's coming from you, and I don't trust you.
Ooh.
I don't trust man. But man is giving it to me. They're giving me the knowledge. Man told me what? Christ was black. And then I went and looked at it, right? And okay, that's what it says. So why is it that it ain't simple as that and everything? Why?
Because it's an evil suspicion of that person.
Okay, it can go there. Evil suspicion. What else?
You paying attention more to the man, and you basically paying attention to the man. You missing out the fact that the man, the Most High, was working through the man.
If God controls everything, why isn't God controlling this? Do you get to pick and choose what the Most High controls? You get to say, oh, the Most High was controlling this, but he wasn't controlling that. So, does the Most High got you in the right place or not? How do you know? Why?
You just look at what brothers is telling you to do, everything, because everything that they're telling you to do is really to work to better your spirit.
Okay, give me a little more. What?
Man's going to the Lord. So if it wasn't
okay, but give me a little more. Bring it back down. Let's dumb it way down. Because it's according to what?
The Most High.
It's according to the scriptures, right? Remember? Brother, don't eat pork. Why, brother? Why not eat pork? I love pork. Oh, Leviticus. Oh, damn. It does say that. All right. Don't eat pork. Right? Why it ain't that simple no more? Because somewhere along the way you lose faith in the Most High, and then you try. It could be an evil suspicion, what you said. It could be, I don't trust brothers. I don't trust sisters. I'm letting things that hurt me in the world come in. And now, the same person that told you that Christ was black, the same person that told you don't eat pork, now it's like, nah. Instead of just sticking to the basics and saying, okay, is what he telling me in the book. Is what he's telling me in the scriptures. Right? You see that? Let's take it. I know, I got to go to the women. Because brothers understand it when it comes to the women and men. All right, let's do it like that. All right, so you tell your rib, listen, we're going to get the car tags. We're going to get the car tags this way. I want you to call, do this, and that, right? Call them up. Ask them how much the tags are, and then write it down, and then we're going to go up there and get the tags, right? Sounds simple, right? But she's feeling like that's not the way she want to do it. Why, though? Why? Did you tell her to go cook crack? Did you tell her to go twerk? Sell herself? Well, then why does she want to do it? Why?
Maybe she don't trust the process of what you have.
There you go. She don't trust the process. She don't trust you so along the way. So now we're understanding where that mind comes from. Where that mind comes from, because how is it that I told you Christ is black? I went and showed you. I showed you the gospel. I showed you the scriptures. You sat there and you learned, you looked, you read. Like Paul said, you were almost willing to cut your arm off, give yourself. Right? But now, why is it that now you're second questioning? Because you let all these other things come in and destroy your faith in the Most High. That's why everything's an argument. That's why everything's a battle. The reason why she's second questioning her husband is because she don't have faith in the Most High, that the Most High put her there. Her husband is leading her correct. And even if her husband made a mistake, the Most High still got her back. And that's why The first action of Peter was correct. Everything else was what? It was faithless. The first reaction was what? Come to me, Peter. And he automatically what? Walked. Right? Follow me, I'll make you fishers of men. Really? Come. Christ is black. Oh, word. But now why is Peter questioning? Because he's overthinking it. He's trying to reason in his mind why. He's second guessing himself. He's second questioning, guessing the Most High, Yahweh Shai, when you see him doing it. So read that part again.
And he said, come. And when Peter was come down out of the ship,
Did you got it?
he walked on the water.
See, he automatically did it. And this is why brothers and sisters stop pleasing the Most High. Because you start walking in the Spirit, and then next you know you come with that, oh, no man is going to tell me I'm not here for man. Nigga, please. Or excuse me, ninja, please. You got to think about it. You came in off of the brother telling you what? Christ was black. You didn't know that. Pastor, give me more money never told you that. When we taught you that Immaculate Conception was wrong in the Bible, you went and you taught that too. When we taught you that the so-called white man was the devil in the Bible, you went and believed that. But now all of a sudden you want a second question. You might as well start all over and second question from the beginning. And then if you're going to doubt, let's go back to that don't eat pork. You might as well doubt from the beginning. Because you didn't come in. You might as well doubt everything you were taught from the day one. Now, I don't want to scramble y'all brains here. I don't want to scramble your brains. All I'm saying is this. Don't play games with yourself. You believed because you knew what you was given was true. You don't have the second question unless it gets weird and they take you off of this. That's all you got. That's how easy it is. Hey, brother, we need you to twerk down the street. Exactly. You're like, what? Spooky, automatic. But AI, you need to humble yourself in the spirit. It's like, I didn't say go twerk. I said you need to be humble according to the Bible. This is why Peter started drowning, because you overthink things. You over question. You stop believing. You stop believing the gospel. You stop believing the scriptures. Go ahead, read.
To go to Yahushua. But when he saw the wind boisterous, he was afraid. And beginning to sink. Now,
what's another thing that comes in there? What's another thing that hits a lot of brothers and sisters? What? Fear. You start to second question and fear the way things are going. Right? And that's why you can't please the Most High. Because the Most High don't deal with fear. I got that. We'll go there. But I want to stay on this path. With the Most High, don't deal with fear. But you are now what? The questioning comes in with fear. The questioning of your rib comes in because she doesn't believe that, first of all, Yahweh got her back. 2, she's evil suspicion over you because she's looking at you and how you've done things maybe in the past and judging you off of that. Right? Then this fear comes in and does what? It blocks her mind from anything. And now everything is a battle. Everything is a fight. Everything is an argument. So that's where all these things come from. It's a battle within yourself. That's why the scriptures say that we receive one that is weak, but not to doubtful disputation. Why? Because if I go off of your doubt, we'll be arguing all day. If I go off of your vision, or when I say your, y'all know what I mean, that person that's doubtful, that lack of faith, then we'll be arguing about everything. Think about it. How many of y'all in here raise your hand if you have had a doubtful woman? Let's deal with the past. All right, I won't talk about now. Everybody literally raised their hand in here. Right. You raising your hand?
Absolutely.
Okay, I'm raising my hand, so that's everybody. That's all of us. So you've had a doubtful woman. And sisters, same thing with you've had a doubtful man, right? Was not everything a battle, a fight? Was not everything an argument? I'm asking. Why though? Because she don't have faith. She don't believe and she's scared. You're going to lead her into the dungeons and depths of hell. You see that? So what do? The Bible says prove all things. Hey, hold on a second. What we're not telling you is weird. Let's go to the scriptures. Then that should be it. That should be it that gets you locked in. But it ain't that simple. Why? Because these things that are eating you up. It's your fear. It's not our fear. It's your double-mindedness. It ain't got nothing to do with the Most High. It's your lack of effort and love and dedication to knowing that the Most High got your back. He's always had you back. You hear me say this, not only in this class, but in every other class too. When you were in church, the Lord had your back. He said he walked with you through crooked paths. When you gave all your money in church, it was not forgotten. That's why he took you out. Right? He took you out. It was never forgotten. So now that you got the truth, air quotes, right? Because that's what you're saying. Then why you ain't moving like you got the truth? Y'all see this? Because of doubt. Because of doubt. Go ahead and read.
But when he saw the wind boisterous,
right,
he was afraid,
right,
and beginning to sink,
right,
he cried.
Right, and that's why you sink. That's why you start to sink in the truth. Some men come in and what? You do it like this on water. You come in and you be walking on water like, yeah, shalom, you be running, tiptoeing on water. And then next you know, it's like, bro, whoa, what's going on? Why are you sinking? Because you lost faith. You lost faith through either what? The trial, tribulation, persecution, having to lose. Somewhere along that line made you second and question and think the Most High. And you can't do that. The Most High is with you. You got to believe. You got to see that He's been with you. That's why He woke you up. That's why He gave you the knowledge. Go ahead, read on.
Say, Lord, save me.
Saying what?
Lord, save me.
Like Yahweh Shai was just going to let him drown. Read.
And immediately Yahweh Shai stretched forth his hand.
So dealing with faith, it's going to put you in the predicaments that you have to just walk on that water. Yeah, just walk. You got to believe. You got to move. You can't doubt. But you see, it ain't easy. Because if somebody told you to walk on water, you look at them like they're damn crazy. Right? Most of these things that you're going to be doing, you're looking at people are looking at you like you're what? Crazy. Like you're doing what? You know, Shaquat, you're moving out there with you ain't got a job. You ain't got this, you ain't got that. Like you gave up your life at 20, what's it, 20? 21, and I don't see you on the corner with buttery teeth begging for change. But that was a faith move. Right? We didn't know you. You didn't know us. Your family didn't know us. But that was you walking on water like, listen, the Most High is going to take care of me. I already prayed for this. Right? You are skinny, but not due to not eating. He moved in faith. and he's still walking on the water, not doubting. Could you do it when you start going through these battles and tribulation? What's that one game show where you're going through the obstacle course and you can fall in the water?
You got American Ninja.
Yeah, and then a splat or something like that.
Yeah,
right? That's our battle. We're going through this and we're going through obstacles, and the water's under us. And we're trying to get through these obstacles and be faithful that we can get through it. What you was gonna say?
Not this thing what you were saying about just the little move I did.
Right.
But like, of course, not trying to compare myself with Abraham, but like just thinking about like Abraham, he left, he didn't know where he was going.
Right.
But then he ended up gaining all of this from when he left his family.
Right.
So one of my things that kind of pushed me forward is like I always want to see verses come off the pages.
Right.
I want to see it either in my life or somebody around me.
Right.
I just want to see them come off the pages. So I just looked at that verse of him just leaving and going. I let that push me.
That's how I did it in Colorado at 20. Was, and brothers said, okay, you can go, but I would think about this, because they did sit down. They told me, they say, you can go out, but I would think about this. Don't just quit your job. I was at 20. I quit my job. I left, and guess what? I'm not begging for bread or out in the streets. At 20, yes, I fell. I made mistakes, but one thing was consistent. I believed that the Most High, if I would do the will of the Most High, He would bless the works of my hands. So that's what we got to understand. Yeah.
The fear, how you said the fear.
Right.
It's a optical. It's an illusion. They say fear is false evidence appearing real. Right.
Right.
So the doubt and the fear and the nervousness, it's all an optical illusion. Right. So an example. Going back to how you were saying the show, right? Mm-hmm. So my aunt said they went to San Antonio, and they had the Ripley's Believe It or Not, right?
Right.
And so it was this they come into this room. And the room is dark, but it's glowing because there's water. It seemed like there's water right there, and it's this plane, right? And so she said it was this guy. He was holding up the line because he feared they was making everybody walk the plank, and he didn't want to walk and fall into this water.
Right.
And then they got you can see the sharks and stuff swimming, and they had to come on to the announcement and be like, bro, it's plexiglass. Walk the plank. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So it's an illusion. It's not real. It's something that you're making yourself believe in your mind.
Yeah, and we never had faith. The problem with Israelites from day one is what? We're a faithless generation. That's our problem. Right? Go from there. Go to, you finished with that, right? Read on.
And immediately Yahweh stretched forth his hand and called and said unto him, O thou of little faith.
O thou of little faith. Go to Matthew 16 and 7. So this is why it's impossible to please the Most High. Because you won't take these walks. You won't go through the path unless you got everything explained to you. You know what I mean? What you gonna say?
Just on that last precept,
yeah,
when it said he stretched forth his hand and saved Peter, right? That's showing you that he had that faith all up until this certain point, and you're right there. You're right next to the blessing, but you start doubting. You're right to the next level, and you start doubting, and it's not even that. You don't even realize that it's not even that far away.
Right. And that's how it is with everybody. Right? It's like the Most High got you right there to get to that next level, but because it's a battle, it's a fight, you want to second question and second guess. That's why, and I'm going to take it to the women too, because women got a lot of problem with this. I'm not just going to hit the brothers. A lot of women never move forward because they always want to control everything and never give up. They're never saying, wait a minute, Yahweh's brought me the truth. Yahweh's giving me a man in the truth. Let me let the natural process happen and be guided by the faith of the Lord. That never happens. And they're always held back. Right? And they never please the Most High. Without faith, it's impossible to please Him. Read that.
Matthew chapter 16. And verse 7. And they reasoned among themselves, saying, it is because we have taken no bread. Which, when Yahushua perceived, he said unto them, O ye of little faith.
You see? Now, this is the 12 apostles. And what is he doing beginning? He's dealing with their faith. Now, all these miracles are being done, but what's happening? The faith is being worked on because they can't do nothing. You can't teach nobody. You can't be a leader. You can't lead if you ain't got faith. Moses was that faithful man that believed it was going to happen. Yay. Even him being a man, he a little second try to, Yahweh, right? But when it all came down to it, he did what? He just did it. If this flame is telling me, if this spirit is telling me to go do these things, I'm going to go do it. And it all turned out well. Right? Go ahead.
When Yahushua perceived, he said unto them,
right?
O ye of little faith, why reason ye among yourselves?
See, hold on a second. And the apostle came back and said, so we can't talk? We can't ask questions, Yahushua? No, what he was doing was checking their faith. Why y'all talking amongst each other? Why y'all doubting? Why is this even a discussion? Because he's saying, wait a minute, you didn't see all the other things that were done? And that be the problem. You stop pleasing the Most High because you are not paying attention to all the other things done in your life. Israel always never wants to remember that the Most High has always been with you. You thought you had control. He got you out of the car accident. He got you out of the shooting. He got you out of the raid when they shot everybody up. He got you out of the robbery. He got you out of the stabbing. He got you out of the prison, the 50-year prison sentence. But you steadily thinking what? That's me. I did that. So when you come to the truth, you're still in that mode. And you can't come to the truth, to the Most High, with that mind. Because you're going to doubt every move. And that's Israelites' downfall. What, you got something to say?
Just
where you at? Hold that. Go ahead. Let him get where he's at.
Ecclesiastes 2:10. Ecclesiastes 2:10. He's showing you every step of the way that he's always been with God. And if you needed proof, read the scripture.
Ecclesiastes chapter 2 and verse 10. Look at the generations of old.
Read that first word again.
Look.
That's what you have to do. And the problem is, Israel doesn't look. You're always talking about the grass might be greener on the other side. All you got to do is look down and see where you're standing right now. Guess what? You're standing on green grass.
Right.
You look behind you, you're going to see all the mess that you've been through. You got a roof over your head, you got clothes on your back, you got a brother that's trying to guide you the right way, that's told you to stop being a filthy scum of the earth, whether it be a man or a woman, and look where it got you. Your health is up, you're eating good, you got men and women that love and care and nurture for you, that's at your beck and call. What more do you need? How can you be faithless?
Karatazar hit it right on point. Evil suspicion.
Right.
To the pure, all things are pure, but him that is defiled, nothing is pure. Even his conscience is defiled.
Right.
So you got to watch that defiled conscience. The defiled conscience comes from you've been hurt, you've been abused, right? Or you straight surely never believed that the Most High had control of things in your life. Right? But go ahead, finish.
Go ahead.
Look at the generations of old.
So now you got to look at what happened. Who are the generations of old? Look at Abraham. It was imputed on him for righteousness' sake because he got up and was told, listen, I want you out of this country. Take you and your wife and leave. Come. I'm going to take me and my wife and leave. Listen, because you left, I'm going to make a great nation out of you. And because you're old, I'm going to make your body new and you're going to be able to have kids at this old age. And you're gonna be able to nurture and raise up your child. Look at that generation. Go ahead.
And see, did everything trust in the Lord?
Because Abraham trusted in the Lord. Moses, he was a general in the army. That was a ruling power during that time. time, which was Egypt.
Right. We're going to touch on those, though. Yeah. Go ahead, though.
Well, go ahead.
And see, did ever any trust in the Lord?
So people, these men, they left their so-called positions of the world and came and followed the Most High. Go ahead.
They left their comfort zones.
Yeah, they left their comfort zone, right? And that's the problem with Israel. They don't want to leave what they're comfortable in. But what you're comfortable in is mire. It's fecal matter. It's like a pig that loves to just wallow in the filth.
Let me ask y'all, is this making sense? Calvin, is it making sense so far? Is it making sense? What are you getting from this? Xavier.
Pretty much it's like we just have to look at our forefathers, because a lot of them had trust in the Lord with all their heart and soul.
Right.
And a lot of times we get tripped up in these trials and tribulations that we go through, whether it be like our job, in works, just everyday life, or with our wives or our husbands.
Yeah.
Sometimes those might be our stumbling blocks that might trip up our faith a lot of times.
Yeah. I like how you said that. Well, how could that trip up your faith, though?
Because sometimes, whether it be like your husband or your wife, they don't believe, and they're like, well, why do we have to do this? Well, why has it got to be done like that?
There you go.
So they're second guessing you.
Why do we have to serve the Lord that way?
That way. This is what I learned, and this is what I know.
Right.
So
but they don't.
Like
Let's be real. But they don't.
They don't.
Because if you ask them, okay, show me that out of the Bible.
And they don't have an answer.
So it's really not. That's how you know it's garbage. Because they're trying to lead you off of this fictitious faith, fictitious belief. You're being shown book how the Most High said do it. And that's the thing you got to watch. What I try to tell brothers, especially the officers, stop. I know you're speaking scriptures out, but you got to go to the Bible, because a lot of cats, it's not clicking. It's not clicking what you're saying is in the book. Because we get so comfortable because we know the Bible and we quote them, right? But a brother's looking at you like, oh, that's your words. So you know what I told them to stop doing? I said, stop doing that. I said, open up the Bible. Show them out of the Bible, because it's not clicking that the book is saying this. This ain't made up. So that's the difference, right? Go ahead and finish that.
And see, did ever trust in the Lord and was confounded?
But anybody who put their trust in the Most High, they're never confused. They know that this is the right path. Why? Because the works show it. Faith without works is dead. When you apply, because you haven't seen something that's told that's going to happen, right? When you get told, listen, I'm going to give you this if you show up, all you're doing is going off of faith. There's nothing confusing about just be here at a certain time and you're going to get this.
Don't y'all understand that that's literally, what we're doing for the kingdom? Like, you believe that a kingdom in Revelations is going to come out the sky. You believe that UFOs are going to come, pew, 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 and kill the white man. That's faith. Right? You believe his end is coming. While other people are looking around and saying, America's thriving. You Negroes are foolish. How come you believe that? Why? How come you believe that? Why? Go ahead.
Because it's smooth words.
Ooh. Oh, you want to get deep. Let's jump back. And a lot of times, the funny thing is, I'm not going in that route, but a lot of time, brothers be on the hype. Sisters be on the hype, and they don't really know what they're dealing with, and they get involved. And then when it starts happening, the trial, the tribulation, the battle, it needs to be applied. They're like, wait a minute, this ain't what I thought it was, because you didn't believe according to the gospel.
Wait a minute, you said, I thought we was going to play Bible, not live Bible. Wait, you said live Bible?
Right. It actually has to take action. And that's where a lot of us fall short. We got to watch that. All right, jump back. Could I get back? Go back to the Matthews 16 and 7.
Matthew 16 and verse 8. Which, when Yahushua perceived, he said unto them, O ye of little faith, why reason ye among yourselves? Because ye have brought no bread? Do ye not yet understand? Neither remember the 5 loaves of the 5,000, and how many baskets you took up?
Right. See, how many things in your life that the Most High has done that was immaculate? How come it ain't now, though? Why it ain't now? Man was there then. How come it's different now? The Most High can move through men. What the hell, y'all? The Most High can move men out of the way. He can crush men. He can move through men. I mean, what is it that the Most High can't do? And that's where your faith is not. You don't understand according to the scriptures. The Most High can move that out of the way. He has done it for you already. That's why your ass is alive. That's why you're alive. Because the Most High can move these pieces to where you can live through all what you went through. Excuse me, go ahead.
Neither the 7 loaves of the flour of the 4,000, and how many baskets he took up.
You didn't see all this fish and bread I multiplied? And how much you actually passed out? Was it what we gathered? And that's faith. But why are they little of faith? Because they don't think back. Israelites got a problem with looking back at the things the Most High did for you. That's why you're not free. But when you realize, man, that's what I have to go back to. All the time. When that little doubt, are you moving in the spirit? First thing that hits me, did you do it through counsel? Most High said there's a multitude of counsel and safety. Because you know your mind. A man's mind can somewhat tell him more than 7 watchmen. Okay, did you do it through counsel? Yeah, I did it through counsel. Okay, then you got to have patience and you got to wait on the Lord. That's faith. Having patience and waiting on the Lord. Right? Because you can't control anything else.
And then with that, though, that makes a lot of people doubt even more because they're uncomfortable in waiting and having patience. They want that microwave blessing right then and there.
Right. Yeah.
And because it didn't happen right then and there, you want a good man, but you gotta wait. You want a good woman, but you gotta wait. It's like, and then you make irrational decisions.
Right.
Because you're impatient.
Yeah.
And then when you move out of lack of faith, then you get bit. Then you get burned, and then you're what? You're gonna say that's going to.
And somehow you blame it on the Most High again.
Yeah.
It's like, wait a minute, you didn't even do what the Most High said do, but you're gonna blame that on the Most High because he didn't come through fast enough. That's the spirit of Cain. That's the spirit of Cain.
That's the spirit of Esau too.
The spirit of Esau. You gotta watch these spirits that come through the lack of faith. Finish that.
Verse 11. How is it that ye do not understand that I spake it not to you concerning bread, that ye should be aware of the leaven of the Pharisees?
Go from there. You're done with that. Go to, because that's jumping into something else. Go to Matthew 8:23. Matthew 8:23. Read that.
Matthew chapter 8 and verse 23.
So the reason I went to these, the 14, 16, is to show you that this is what the Most High had been dealing with the apostles. This is what he did with them on their faith. And what did he always come back and say? Oh, ye of little faith. You don't believe. Right? You don't believe that I'm with you. You don't believe that I'm here. You don't believe what I've done. Right? This is an error in the spirit. I'll say it again for everybody that just came on. When the scriptures say the Jews require a sign, that wasn't a good attribute. It wasn't something to be proud of. Yeah, the Jews require a sign. Yeah. Because the evil generation seeketh a sign. Okay, so read where we're at.
Matthew chapter 8 and verse 23.
Go ahead.
And when he was entered into a ship,
Right.
his disciples followed him.
Go ahead.
And behold, there arose a great tempest in the sea.
Now, this is the Yahweh Shai that has done all these things already, right? You would be thinking, everybody's at peace now. The men are at peace. They understand the things he's done among them, from turning water into wine, feeding thousands with the bare minimum, right? So what happens here? Go ahead.
Insomuch that the ship was covered with the waves. But he was asleep. And his disciples came to him.
See, why was he asleep? Why?
Because he had faith. He already knew everything was going to be all right.
Yahweh Shai was at peace because he had faith. He had faith. He knew what the Most High was doing. Right? Now these cats, they're with the Son of God. Come on, man. Let's be real. If you were rolling with Yahweh Shai, you'd think you what?
I'm good. On top of the world.
Invincible. But you know why you think that? Because you would see a body. You are rolling with Christ. You are invincible. But how come you don't see that? Caught y'all, didn't I? I caught y'all. Now you know you done messed up, don't you? You are what Yahweh Shai. How come you don't see that? Because you steadily are thinking you control everything. And you got to realize you can't. You know what I mean? As a leader, I had to realize that about myself. Because you don't control nothing. I would get angry at times because brothers and sisters wouldn't see it. You know what I mean? We done told them 1,000 times. And I'm like, it ain't on me. Because you want to control everything. Scripture had to remind me. What? One planet, one water, if the Most High give the increase. Right? Have faith for the increase. Wait on the Lord. Be patient. Right? But this is what got to go on daily in our lives, man. To keep you going, to keep you fighting, and keep you in the right mind. Because if not, you'll start trying to control things yourself and do it wrong. You don't gotta control. You don't gotta struggle. It don't gotta be a fight. It says the work of righteousness is peace. It says that in James and in Isaiah. The work of righteousness. There's one in James. Yeah. It said the work of righteousness is peace. So, but why you ain't at peace? Because you start trying to rule, control everything instead of letting the Lord take. You know how the churches say, right? Let Jesus take the wheel. Right? But that's real. You got to let him guide you. And you follow the wisdom. Go ahead.
Verse 25. And his disciples came to him.
Yeah.
And awoke him. Saying, Lord, save us. We perish.
Right.
And he said unto them, why are you fearful?
You see that? Save us, or we perish. Right? You're panicking. A lot of Israel panics in the middle of the storm. You're not going back and saying, wait a minute, the Most High got you. I had to pray about something yesterday. I can't say what it is because it'll kind of be telling on somebody else. But you know, you deal with certain instances with people that you think they're God-fearing and they don't move godly. And instead of me getting angry, I had to just woosah and I had to pray. Pray for him, pray for them. You know what I mean? And not panic, because that will get you to panic and get frustrated and get rash and say things and do things. So you got to see what's going on here. Panicking is not the way. Getting frustrated and irritated is not the way. And I know we're human, but it doesn't, in the long term, that's not going to help you. Go ahead.
Why are you fearful?
Right.
O ye of little faith.
Go ahead.
Then he arose and rebuked the winds and the sea.
You see that? Why are ye fearful, O little of faith? And that's the thing with Israelites. We have to stop fearing everything. Hold that. Let's go to somebody else. Get me, and then we'll jump back. Don't let that go. Go get 1 John 4:18. Read that. 1 John 4:18.
1 John 4 and verse 18.
Go ahead.
There is no fear in love, but perfect love casteth out fear.
Wait a minute. When you use that word, that fear, right? This word fear. Let's think of another way to explain that. And the word that came to mind with me was reluctant. Right? Fear makes you reluctant. Right? Because it makes you hesitant.
Yeah.
I don't want to step into that because I'm reluctant. I fear. I don't think the Most High got my back. What?
Like the reluctancy and the fear the hesitation comes from like you not knowing the end result.
Right.
And you want to control the narrative, but you can't control the narrative. So it's like that fear is there. It's like should I not?
Right.
Yeah. So.
And where's that going to get you in the knowledge and the truth?
Loss. Fade away.
It's going to get you what? I'm not going to make any moves unless an angel comes down and speaks to me. That's why you get brothers and sisters, you hear them be like, you know what, I'm going to go pray on it. So you're trying to tell me all the scriptures we just went over didn't help you. No, I'm going to go pray on it. Like the Most High is going to send an angel down and tell you. The angel days are over. He said, I send a messenger. I send a brother or a prophet. Right? The Most High is sending angels to nobody. You got to be somebody mighty as hell. Tell me when's the last time you seen an angel? Did the angel give you a flyer? Nah, that was a brother. Nah, the Most High sent men. So you got to see that's the wrong outlook. To be reluctant, to fear, to hesitate, for you to give and step into wherever you need to step into. Watch, read that again.
There is no fear in love.
Go ahead.
But perfect love casteth out fear.
Perfect love casts out fear. And you can see along the way, these men were dealing with fear. A lot of women deal with fear. And that's why they won't give. They won't dedicate. They're not clear-minded. They're in a rage. So they're trying to control everything. They're unsure. Especially women. What's the one thing women look for in a man? Anybody did a little research on this? What?
Financial stability.
They look for stability, financial stability, home stability. So, carnal minded. That's what the world taught them. Carnal minded. If he, bro, you do a little research on that. A lot of women don't look for the guy with buff chests. You know what I mean? That's only young women that do that. Right? But older women look for a man that can bring financial stability. You can have a pot belly. You can look, bro, a lot of women will tell you, I don't go with men for looks. I'm looking for other things. That's how it is. But the problem is that they're looking for the carnal. They're looking for the carnal thing. So you're looking for financial stability instead of spiritual stability. And that's why a lot of women, when they come into the truth, they go crazy. They can't control these things and know, because your husband is like, nah, we're going to move like this. To you, you're like, that don't make sense. You know what I mean? That don't make sense. This don't make sense. But if you never have faith guide you, it won't make sense. Now, remind you, I'm going to remind everyone, I'm talking about faith righteousness. I'm not talking about him spending his light money on a new video game or shoes and talking about be spiritual. Or he got to get the new candy paint on his car, right? Or the new blunt wraps and talk about be spiritual. So do not get it twisted. I'm talking about spiritual men guiding you in things that you don't necessarily see. Reappropriating, you might reappropriate bill money over here to there because it needs to be done in that area. Something else is needed for the house. That's not foolishness. You know what I mean? And you roll with it. You see that? Things of that nature. Not stupidity. Really guiding the house. Right? You might lose your job, and he has to be the financial bread of the house. Or vice versa. And he tells you how to guide it. See, it's those things that faith are going to get you through as a unit and as a body. As a family. But if you're not faithful, if you're not a faithful woman, you're not going to follow your husband's lead. So, read it one more time.
There is no fear.
Matthew chapter 8.
No. 4 and 18. Yeah.
There is no fear in love, but perfect love casteth out fear.
You see that? Perfect love casts out fear. Why?
Because fear hath torment.
Right. You see, fear have what?
Torment.
Fear have torment. Go ahead.
He that feareth is not made perfect in love.
Ooh. Because you don't want to really dedicate yourself with a pure love. You got an eye. You know what I mean? Oh, I love you, but I'm still watching your ass. You know what I mean? It's like that. Oh, I love you, Yahweh Shai, but you a man. I got to watch you. Right? That's where Judas was, right? You know, they let the trust not in man rule over everything. And not realize that man, the Most High, he says the deceiver and the deceived are his. The Most High can direct anybody's steps if you in the spirit. How did David move? Him being in the spirit, what did he do to Saul? Bro, he made him every step shorter. And David was every step ahead. Right? That's how the Most High moved. That's faith. That's believing. That's understanding the Most High got your back. And that's how life is, isn't it? You're either there right on time or you're late, right? Well, the Most High knows how to deal with that time. He knows how to make you right on time for that ass whooping or just a little bit of late because you deserve mercy. Right? He knows how to make you right on time for that plane to crash into that building, or he knows how to stop your whole traffic to make sure you miss that. That's how the Most High does things. But when we start thinking the Most High don't control things, you forget these things. Omnipotent means omnipotent.
I mean, it's everywhere and anywhere at once at the same time.
Yeah, like people don't forget. That's why when we talk about, y'all hear me when we talk about the writing of the Bible, and they be like, well, man ain't controlling nothing. What the hell are you talking about? The Most High had man do what the hell he want him to do. You know what I mean? So it's those things that brothers and sisters forget.
It's funny, I seen this, it was like I guess it was like a seminar or something.
Yeah.
And the guy was, he was talking about the Bible, whatever. And he used this example. It was this big guy he called up, right? And it was this chair. And he said, would you sit in that chair? And he wasn't trying to talk about his weight, but he was like, being as the big brother that you are,
right?
Would you sit in that chair? And he was like, yeah. He was like, sit in the chair. So he sat in the chair. It was comfortable, it was big, right? So then he was like, look, bring that chair up. And it was a little small chair. It was like a little tiny chair. Uh-huh. He was like, would you sit in that chair? He was like, no. He was like, why not? He said, because I'll break it. He was like, but that chair is meant to hold you up like that chair was.
Right.
He was like, sit in the chair. He was like, no. So finally the guy sat in the chair. And the chair held him up. He said, did the chair break? He said, no. He's like, see, things in life appear to be a certain way, but you don't have faith that it's there to hold you up. It's the same old chair.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. And it's that negative mind state. A lot of times it's the negative outlook. Right? Let's jump back. Go finish up Matthew 8.
Matthew chapter 8 and verse 26.
Uh-huh.
And he said unto them, Why are you fearful, O ye of little faith?
Uh-huh.
Then he arose and rebuked the winds and the sea.
Mm-hmm.
And there was a great calm.
Mm-hmm.
But the men marveled, saying, What manner of man is this?
And are you giving the Most High praise? And are you marveling when the Lord moves for you? And being able to say, man, do y'all do that? Sit back and look at your life and be like, dang, I could have been dead here. You do that, right? Well, who got you out of it?
It was all the time.
Or you think you got you out of it? That's what you got to go back to when you lack faith. Go from there. Go to Wisdom of Solomon, 17 verse 12. Go ahead.
Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 17 and verse 12. He made an everlasting covenant with them.
Right?
And showed them his judgments.
Wisdom of Solomon 17 and 12. Wisdom of Solomon 17 and 12. Go ahead and read it.
For fear is nothing else but a betraying of the successors which reason offereth.
No, succors. So fear is nothing else but the betraying of what you're secure in. So the lack of faith, you know what you are doing when you betray your faith, your belief? Think about it, man. You're denying the Most High is. You're denying what you're supposed to be secure in. And that's what fear does. That's why you got to keep walking on the water. You got to keep moving in the Spirit. Because if not, it's almost like you're trying to prove the Most High that he can't do it. Or he won't do it, or he hasn't done it. So it's saying here, fear is the betraying of what you are secure in. Your succors. What you got?
Succor. Assistance and support in times of hardship and distress.
Yeah, your support and assistance. And that's the thing, that the Most High has always assisted you. He's always been there for us. So you got to see that it doesn't matter what situation you in. He's going to pull you out. He's going to check you. He's going to tell you if it's wrong or right. He's going to show you. That's why wisdom and knowledge is supposed to be the stability of thy time. The wisdom is supposed to be the edification and the strength. Okay, go from there. Go to Psalm 73 and 13.
That makes sense, because if you're put in a situation that's new to you and that's foreign, and your first natural instinct is to doubt, all you would have to do to kill that natural doubt would be to back that up and find that in the scripture. And if you don't know that in the scripture, then find somebody who's wise and ask them to show you in the scripture to kill that doubt.
Right.
It's like that's the simplest form of how you would kill any form of doubt. Bro, I don't know what you're talking about, and you told me to make this move. Can you show me that in the scripture?
Right.
Oh,
right.
Our life is an open book in this Bible. So
yeah.
Please, by all means. And then you'll get that edification.
Now, let me show you why faith is necessary. Because if you don't have the faith, you can't please the Most High. What mind do you go in? Read this. Check this out.
This is Psalms chapter 73, verse 18. Surely thou didst set them.
No, Psalm 73 and 13.
13. Verily, I have cleansed my heart in vain.
See, a lot of times, if you don't have faith, you start to second question what you're doing. Right? When you have fear, you start to second question what you're doing. Oh man, I done waste my time with these brothers. I done waste my time with the Most High. I done waste my time with the truth. That's what you do. You start to second question everything you're doing. Oh, I done sold garments for, I done did all these garments for what? Nobody cares. You forgot, whatsoever you do, do it wholeheartedly unto the Lord and not unto man. Man, I done cleaned up. You know what? Let me go right back to that blunt. Let me go right back to the drinking. Because I cleanse my heart. I cleanse my mind in vain. That's where fear can take you. It can take you right back to the old man and the old woman because you didn't see no benefit in doing the good. You didn't see no benefit in believing. Go ahead.
And wash my hands in innocence.
Yeah, I washed my hands. I did all this stuff for what? I still ain't got a rib. Like, it's been 2 weeks, really? It's been 2 weeks. No, brother, it's been 3 years. No, it's been 2 weeks since you got the truth. It's been 2 weeks you're doing it the way the Most High said. Right? What are you talking about? But the problem is that you're forgetting why you cleanse yourself. Why you're fighting in the spirit for the Most High. And that's what the lack of faith does. Bro, that'll twist you and turn you. You'll fear everything. You won't want to do. You don't want to give. You don't want to be around. Why? Because you don't got faith. You don't have faith. Read on.
Verse 14. For all the day long I have been plagued and chastened every morning. If I say, I will speak thus.
You hear what he's saying? What he's saying is this: if that comes out of my mouth, if I speak like that, because that's how Israel is, man. I've been catching it. I've been plagued every day. You know what I mean? Look at me, I'm catching it. No, you're alive. That's mercy, right? That's mercy. The Most High is giving you mercy, grace. You're here. Read.
Verse 15.
If
I say, I will speak thus, behold, I shall offend against the generation of thy children.
You see that? I'm going to sin against the generations of past. You know why? Because all these generations of past that we were talking about earlier, look at what they've done in faith. And that's where a faithless person will go. That's where a doubtful person will go. That's why it's impossible to please the Most High without faith. Go from there. Go to Hebrews 3 verse 12. Without faith, the truth won't benefit you. It won't help you. Go ahead.
Hebrews chapter 3 and verse 12.
Take heed, brethren, lest there be any of you an evil heart of unbelief.
See, the Most High is saying, watch for that spirit, man. You got to watch out for that spirit of the evil heart of unbelief. Go ahead.
And departing from the living power.
You see, because hold on. Because where is it going to take you? When you don't believe, where you going to end up? I don't want to do this no more. What if me cleansing my hands and washing myself in innocency, giving myself to the Most High, what has it done for me? We've had a brother just say that to us. I've been coming to class. Like, come on, man. Y'all think you're going to play the Most High? Like 3 months is going to fix all the dirt you did?
Wow. Now, it's not really 3 months because you're going to say, you're always going to give the disclaimer that you knew of the truth before you came to class. Oh, I knew Christ was black and I knew not to eat shrimp, crab, lobster, and pork. But, but you just started coming to class this week.
When did you start serving the Most High with a whole heart? And really putting in the work that was needed for the Most High? When? Because it don't start till then. Right? Excuse me. Go ahead. What's that? Oh, I thought you said you had a question. Go ahead.
Verse 12.
Go ahead.
Verse 13.
but exhort one another daily. While it is called today.
No, I'm sorry. Read that one more time. It's only the 12th verse. Go ahead.
Hebrews chapter 3 verse 12. Take heed, brethren, lest there be in any of you an evil heart of unbelief.
Right.
And departing from the living power.
You got to watch that spirit of lacking faith. Go to Hebrews 4 and 2.
Come. Hebrews chapter 4 and verse 2.
Go ahead.
For unto us was the gospel preached. As well as unto them.
Unto who? Who is them? You find that one? Where's it at?
Matthew chapter 16 and verse 4.
Go ahead. Jump over there real quick and then we're going to jump back. Somebody get Matthew's 16. What is it?
16 and verse 4.
Go ahead. Read that.
Matthew chapter 16 and verse 4. A wicked and adulterous generation seeketh after a sign.
See, you got to understand what type of generation we're dealing with. What type of spirit you got to avoid and watch out for. That wicked generation sign. Look at America. Unbelievers. Unfaithful. They only believe the here and the now. And the only way they're going to get it is through America. They don't believe in the Most High. It's a godless generation. Go ahead.
And there shall no sign be given unto it.
Why? Because the signs are all around, but they don't see it. It says they have ears but hear not. They have eyes but see not. So guess what? The signs they ain't going to see them regardless. We see the signs. It's getting closer and closer. So jump back. Hebrews 4 and 2.
For unto us was the gospel preached, as well as unto them.
Go ahead.
But the word preached did not profit them.
Right, you see? It doesn't benefit that generation. The Bible don't help them. It's just another words in the book. Does the Bible work for you? It's supposed to be. If the Bible ain't working for you, it's a problem. If you come into the truth, come into the knowledge, and the knowledge ain't working for you, then there's a big problem. The knowledge is supposed to be setting things in order. It's supposed to be cleaning things up. It's supposed to be strengthening your mind, making certain things stable. That's what it's supposed to be doing. Now, you can't control others. Right? You can only control yourself. You can't. Right? Because I know what you're thinking. Well, bruh, it ain't getting my rib in order because she don't want to be in order. What, you got a question on there?
Just agree with you.
Yeah. You can't control anybody else. I can't control y'all. You know what I mean? I can give you all these scriptures. You go right outside and be faithless. It doesn't matter. You can control yourself. I can control myself and believe in this word. So that's those individuals in your life that don't believe, that don't want to apply the gospel. You can't control that. Eventually, a separation will be made. The believers and the unbelievers. So, read on.
Not being mixed with faith.
You see that? Because they heard the word. There's a lot of people that hear the word, but they don't mix it with faith. It's not mixed up with faith. Faith got to be there. You can hear the Bible all you want. If you don't believe and apply and do it, it ain't going to work for you. Go ahead.
Me and Shabbat was having that conversation. You know, that's the same mindset as Judas Iscariot.
Yeah.
He heard the news. Okay, you guys are going to get the kingdom. You're going to get the kingdom. But then Yahushua said, yeah, but it's in the regeneration.
Right.
And so that automatically put his mind like, wait a minute. I ain't going to get it right now. Oh. Okay. So he's just going to roll the rest of his career faithless. He's looking at like, well, damn, what's the point? I ain't going to get it right now. I don't have it right now. So that's why it was damn near easy for him to betray Jesus. Yahushua because he didn't see, he lost his vision and he lost his faith in what he was doing. He got stagnant in his job.
Yep.
And he was like, well, since I gotta wait until the regeneration, whatever that is, and if it's not gonna be tomorrow, it's not gonna be next year, it's not gonna be 3 years, what's the point?
Yep. Go from there, go to Malachi 3 verse 13. Faith. Without faith, this is the mind state you will go in. So it's necessary. Why faith is necessary? Malachi, 3 and 13.
Malachi chapter 3 and verse 13.
Uh-huh.
Your words have been stopped against me, saith the Lord.
Read.
Yet ye say, what have we spoken so much against thee?
Go ahead.
Ye have said, it is vain to serve the Most High.
That's what Israel gets. What's the point? Why I gotta serve the Most High? I done gave my time, my spirit. I still ain't get what I want. Because you asked amiss. The Most High is not gonna give you what you want. How many of y'all have kids and you know your kids is only doing it just for show? They ain't doing it to be humble, to be in the right spirit. They're only doing it to play you. You do what? You be like, you still ain't getting it. You still ain't getting what you want because it ain't from your heart. You ain't in the right mind. That the Most High is showing us what the problem is. When you don't do it of faith, you can't please the Most High. This mind state comes in. Read it again.
Ye have said, it is vain to serve the Most High. And what profit is it?
Right.
That we have kept his ordinance.
Right. What profit is it that we what?
Have kept his ordinance.
And how many brothers and sisters do that? You got sisters ready to commit adultery like that. They're ready to give up on their husband like that. Bible out the window. Why? Because they don't believe. Brothers, ready to go right back to the blunt smoking and the drinking. Why? Because Bible right out the window because they don't believe. I didn't get what I wanted. So what's the point of this? Listen, read that part again. Come on, read.
And what profit is it that we have kept his ordinance?
Yeah, why am I keeping the laws? For what? I ain't getting nothing. That shows you, man, where Israel is. For you to say something like that, your mind got to be way off. You didn't recognize nothing that the Most High gave you. Go ahead.
And that we have walked mournfully before the Lord of hosts.
Yeah, what's the point of me humbling myself? Casting down my head, coming to the Most High meekly. It didn't benefit me nothing. You see that wicked mind state? That's where a faithless generation, that's where that faithless mind will get you. It'll get you right here. And then you're not ready to do no works. You're not ready to do no will of the Most High. Go ahead.
Verse 15.
No, all right, go from there. Go to Job 35 and 3. Let me knock these out real quick. Job 35 and 3, Job 21.
Job 35 and verse 3.
For
thou saidest, what advantage will it be unto thee? And what profit shall I have if I be cleansed from my sin?
Yeah, who can say some ignorance like that? What's the benefit? What's the benefit that I be cleansed from my sin? The Most High ain't hearing me anyway. You're angry, little vindictive child. Like Cain. Cain was angry because he didn't get his way and he didn't get what he wanted at the time. But he wouldn't do the will of the Most High. That's where that spirit of faithlessness will get you. Beware of this. Job 21 verse 14.
No.
Job
chapter 21 and verse 14.
Go ahead.
Therefore they say unto the Most High, depart from us.
What did they say?
Depart from us.
And this is the problem. Instead of saying, you know what, let me humble myself, let me learn, they say, listen, depart from us. Well, if the Most High gonna check me, then he gonna check me. Go ahead.
For we desire not the knowledge of thy ways.
You see, they stop their ears. They don't want to hear. Go ahead.
What is the Almighty that we should serve him?
What is the Almighty that we shall serve him? So this is that faithless generation, the faithless mind. This is why it says it's impossible to please the Most High. Because this is where it takes you. You stop fighting for the Most High. Because you don't get what you want. Go ahead.
And what profit should we have if we pray unto him?
So y'all see that, right? I gotta skip some. We only got 10 minutes left. Go to James 2. Go to James 2 real quick. James 2 and 14. Read that.
This is the book of James, chapter 2 and verse 14.
Go ahead.
What doth it profit, my brethren, though a man say he have faith and have not works?
So what's the benefit of believing and saying you believe in the Most High and don't put forth or show proof of your faith? You gotta show proof of your faith, man. You gotta show the Most High that you do believe. You gotta show the Most High. That means through the tough, through the bad, through the angry, through the upset, through the not having, through the having. You gotta keep proving to the Most High that you do believe. That you do see it. You do see the benefit. If not, the other mind state is coming for you. You're gonna go right back to the world. So what profit is it if you just read? You're just like the churches. What profit if you just hear? We're just like the churches. The truth is supposed to be benefiting you. You want to grow? You got to have faith. You want to achieve something? Get to the next level? You got to have faith.
Did you get the definition of faith?
No, we're going to get it right now. Hold it. Read that one more time. Give me Hebrews 11 and 1.
James chapter 2 and verse 14.
Go ahead.
What doth it profit, my brethren,
Uh-huh.
though a man say he have faith and have not works?
What is it going to benefit you to say you have faith and not have works? It's not going to benefit you nothing, man. So read that Hebrews 11 and 1.
This is Hebrews chapter 11 verse 1.
Go ahead.
Now faith is the substance of things hoped for.
So what is faith?
Faith is complete trust or confidence in someone or something. Faith is complete trust in or confidence in someone or something. Number 2, belief, firm persuasion. That means you're not wishy-washy in your brain. That means you're fixated. This man told me to come out of the boat and touch my hand. Come on, I'm gonna do that. Firm persuasion, assurance, firm conviction. This man's telling me to pull up my pants. Well, you know what? He also told me not to eat the shrimp, crab, lobster, and pork. You know what? I think it's biblical. Let me pull up my pants. Firm conviction, confidence in what we hope for, and the assurance that the Lord is working, even though we can't see it.
Ooh, I like that.
We'll read the last part again. Confidence in what we hope for, and the assurance that the Lord is working, even though we can't see it. So the Most High is telling me to get closer to the Father, to get right with Him. He sent this man to help me get my attire better, to get my hygiene up, to get my spirit fixed, to fix my mind, to stand before the Father. Even though I can't see the Father, we're talking about the Father, come. He's telling me to get right so I can stand before Him. That's what this is. That's what faith is. You don't see the Father, but a man's telling you through the Bible how to get right to stand in the presence of the Father.
And you know it's working. You see the benefit. You see the benefit of it, of how it's moving in your life, what it's changing, your environment, your mind, your spirit.
We got people every day, and I can attest. Everywhere we go, when we was in San Antonio. We kept going to the same Walmart, the same grocery store, right? The same little shops. And these people knew who we were by, it wasn't always us, it was somebody else, but because of the spirit that we rolled in. But that's faith. You got faith that this man's going to change your life according to the word, and now you're walking upright. But then how do you know that's real? Because people notice that light on you. They're like, dang, there's something about you. I like the way you talk.
But having faith is knowing that light really is not you. The light is the Most High. The light is the wisdom, the word. You got to take it back to everything the Most High told us and think about what you were before. You were not light. You were darkness, dwelling in darkness until you were until you were enlightened. Yeah, go ahead. You got something?
Read that scripture one more time.
It's Hebrews chapter 11, verse 1. Now faith is the substance of...
The word substance. It says that we understand what faith is, right? Now we got to understand what substance is. Substance is firm in the foundation. The steadfastness of the mind. Again, that goes into your mind state. This faith is always working on the mind.
Right.
It says the substance of things hoped for, right? So you have this firm steadfastness in your mind. You have a firmness. You have a courage. You have a resolution.
That if you use the Bible, it will work for you.
That's right.
That if you apply the scriptures, it will work for you. And that's why I was saying what brothers, like it gotta be more of going to the scripture instead of quoting it. Because a lot of times brothers and sisters not seeing that, wait a minute, what you're saying is book. You know, they get lost in this motion and it becomes robotic. So you got to say, okay, listen, let's open up the Bible. Let me show you. What you was going to say?
It's Cole, he read the definition, and one of the words he mentioned was conviction.
Yeah.
So you're going to only be convicted if you feel like there's a requirement from the Most High of you.
Right.
But if you're taught, or if you believe that there's no requirement, then you're not going to be convicted by anything.
Right.
Which means you're not going to have any faith. So you're not going to change anyway.
Right.
Because you don't believe that you should change because there's nothing there.
Like I said, I keep saying it, church. We hear the word, it goes in right one ear, out the other. Instead of really applying the word and let it work in your life. Right? So go jump back to James. You're done with that, right? Go back to James 2:15.
This is the book of James, chapter 2, verse 15.
Yeah.
If a brother or sister be naked and destitute of daily food, and one of you say unto them, depart in peace, be ye warmed and filled.
So what benefit is faith if you tell a brother, he asks you, brother, I need help with my rent. And you say, man, Kanak, the Most High is with you. Go pray. That's what I'm saying. When it comes to this, people, like, if you ask for rent money, you said, hey, I need help with my rent. You know the reality that if a brother told you, go pray, that won't mean nothing. But why you don't see that when you be like, you know what, I got to pray on that. You got 25 scriptures and you know what, I need to pray on that. But if you was asking for rent and we said, you know what, go pray on that. You're going to be like, what? No, but I need help with the rent. Yeah, pray the Lord. He's going to send an angel to come give you that rent money. You got to see it don't work like that. Stop playing games with yourself. Y'all got to understand, we Israelites too. We know all the tricks and all the games for you to manipulate your way out of the right way. It's like you want to play games with yourself till you play yourself out. It ain't going to help you, man. We supposed to be learning what the Most High said and applying this book. So what's the point of all that? What's the point of the games? You know what's needed. Actions, works, power. The Most High said that this word is power. It's supposed to be movement, right? Yeah, everything didn't change in your life. You didn't stop eating pork because you prayed on it. You didn't put down Christmas because you prayed on it. Prayer was the first thing, and action was needed after the prayer. It wasn't prayer alone. It wasn't words alone. It was action with the words. And this is the point what he's saying here in James. Go ahead.
Notwithstanding ye give them not those things which are needful to the body.
Right, and this is the thing that you got to see with the Most High. If you want the things needful to the body, to your body, you need two things. You need the words, and then you need the action. You got to stop doing the words all the time. And then it says they praise me with their mouth, but their heart is far from me. Those things are not going to benefit you in this truth. It's not. You get the now. How many of us got so many books? How many damn classes you done watched? How come that ain't helping, brothers? Man, I've been in the truth. How long you been in the truth, man? I've been in the truth 7 years. So you done got all these classes for 7 years online, and you still don't know how to pull up your pants? You still don't know how to put down cigarettes? You still don't know how to not be a drunkard? But you have the truth for 7 years. How come it didn't help? Because you didn't have the full truth. You needed to mingle your works with that. And that's what benefits you in your life. The works. Go ahead.
What doth it profit?
Right, what? Somebody else pick up and read. Go ahead.
Notwithstanding, ye give them not those things which are needful to the body. What does it profit?
Right, what does it profit? And this is what the Most High is reminding us, that he gives you the things needful for you. Well, you're going to have to do the things that's needful to receive the benefits of the Most High. That's how it works. Let's get out of this religious mind state. Let's really understand what the Most High is requiring. Actions with work, with faith, with prayer, all that, all mingled up into one pot is going to get you to where you need to be. Not just words. Go ahead.
Even so faith, if it hath not works, is dead.
So now you see why faith, for it is impossible to please the Most High if you do not have faith. Because why? Faith with works is mingled, and therefore the Most High is seeing your actions. Go back to Hebrews 11. 11 and 2.
Hebrews chapter 11 and verse 2.
Go ahead.
For by it the elders obtained a good report.
Right. How did the elders retain a good report? By just talking about it? Go ahead.
Through faith, through faith we understand that the worlds were framed by the word of the Most High.
Yeah, the Most High didn't just say it. The angels went out and did it. Let there be light. And they performed it. Go ahead.
So that the things which are seen were not made of things which do appear.
Go ahead.
By faith, Abel offered unto the Most High a more excellent sacrifice than Cain.
Right. We got to see the difference that made Abel the righteous man and Cain was wicked. These are the things we miss, man. Sisters, I'm saying it for the women too. Y'all got to understand, you're not going to achieve anything unless you do it this way. Esau was crying and screaming. You can cry and scream all the hell you want. Sisters think because they cry and scream and they ignore that all of a sudden the Lord is going to bless you. No, you know better now. You know the proper way to come and seek and search the Most High. You're not going to get nothing. You're going to go through that continual loop of madness until you get out of that loop. Cain was known to be the wicked because he didn't follow the Most High's process. He wasn't faithful. They didn't have nothing written. They didn't have a written book. But Abel followed his father and followed his father's method. He followed the father's method. But Cain probably was what? Second questioning, doubting, unsure. Why it gotta be that? Why we gotta give this? Why I can't just get what I got? That's what made Cain that guy. Go ahead.
By which he obtained witness that he was righteous. The Most High testifying of his gifts.
Right. The Most High testifying of his what? Gifts. Meaning that he wasn't just known to be faithful. He proved it. With actions. And when do those actions mostly need to be applied? In the dang storm. In the battle. It ain't when everything's good. It ain't when everything's fine. I'm faithful, I believe. Everybody believes until the doo-doo hits the fan. Right? Then what? Then you want a second question life. Right? No, that's when you show. No, I still believe. Whether I'm abased or abound. Whether I'm high or low. Right? Go ahead.
And by it, he being dead, yet speaking.
Right. In his blood, he was so faithful, his blood spoke to the Most High. Think about that. That showed he was a godly man. Go ahead.
By faith, Enoch was translated that he should not see death.
Right.
And was not found because the Most High had translated him.
Right. So, once again, what did these men do? Were they just known by name? Did we just say, oh yeah, these brothers are some powerful brothers? These men were righteous men. What made them right? They had to show forth and prove they were right. They had to show forth and prove they were right. Jump to verse 7.
Verse 7. By faith, Noah, being warned of the Most High, of things not seen.
Of things what?
Not seen.
He didn't know it was going to rain. What is rain? What is rain? You want me to build this ark for how long?
100 years.
100 years. And be faithful for 100 years.
And I've never seen rain. I don't even know what that means.
But you want me to be faithful. You see why the Most High said about the generation to come to be destroyed? Most High is not dealing with this generation. He's dealing with a few faithful, righteous men and women that believe. Yeah, go ahead.
We're looking at this word prepare. Right? We're looking at this word faith. We're looking at this word believe. These are all action words. These are all words that establish faith, but it also establishes that you have to put that into motion. These aren't just dead, idle words that just sit there. These are words that have to be in motion. Abraham believed. Noah believed. He prepared. That means he got up off his butt and he applied what he believed in.
You got to think about it. If it was just about hearing the word, why are we here? Why are we going those streets? If it was just about hearing. If it was just about hearing, why does your rib have to obey you? And your children have to lock into you? They could just say, I believe, Dad. I believe, Mom. There has to be action behind it. There was action behind these men. Right? And not when everything was good. Not when they had all the plans set down. Okay, now that I see the whole plan, now I think I can roll with you. Nah, you're not going to see everything. Everything's not going to be right there for you. Things happen on the fly, right? Things happen on it can be switched. It can be changed. That's why the scriptures say, know them that labor among you. Your wife is supposed to know you. You're supposed to know the brothers. But if you weren't laboring among them, where'd the fear come in? I don't know how this man rolled. Where'd the double-mindedness come in? I don't know how this person rolls. You got to see, man. Go ahead.
Being warned of the Most High. Of things not seen as yet.
Right.
Move with fear.
Move with what?
Move with fear.
Oh, he didn't have fear not to do it. He had fear to do it.
That respect.
He had that respect, that love, that dedication to do it, to build. Go ahead.
Prepare an ark to the saving of his house.
See, and that's a lot of time, brothers and sisters. There is one of you that are going to be the Noah, the Moses, the Abraham. I cannot let faithless people guide me. You know what I mean?
It's like taking the coward to war.
I can't let them guide me. Everything we want to do, you doubt. Every move we want to make, you doubt. That, bro, you would never get nowhere. Why? Because Israel is in that slavery mind state. They only believe what the white man gives them. They don't believe in the Most High, man. Go ahead.
By the which he condemned the world and became heir of the righteousness which is by faith.
And this is why he's a faithful person, man. He was a faithful man. Let's jump to verse 8. Oh, you got it. Go ahead.
By faith, Abraham, when he was called to go out into a place which he should after receive for an inheritance, obeyed.
He what?
Obeyed.
What did Abraham do?
Obeyed.
And listen, we're talking about Abraham had to deal with weirdness. Because he was told, kill your son. Ain't nobody asking that. Ain't nobody asking that. Nobody has to ask that. That was done. We're talking about dedicate yourself. Don't be fearful when dedicating yourself to the Most High and Yahweh Shai. Don't be double-minded. Understand the battles you're going to go through. The Most High is proving your faith. That's all we're saying. We're not asking for you to go sacrifice your kid. If the Most High wants some sacrifice, he's going to take it from you. He's going to take her from you. Go ahead, read on.
Obeyed, and he went out. Not knowing whither he went.
Everybody is not going to, you're not going to get all, everything ain't going to be plain as day all the time. But we follow being faithful to the Most High and understanding that, it's righteous. You know when something's weird. You know when something's off. And guess what? It ain't going to be biblical. Go ahead.
By faith, he sojourned in the land of promise. And in a strange country.
Right.
Dwelling in tabernacles with Isaac and Jacob. The heirs with him of the same promise.
Right. So his children had to be children of faith. And it goes on. It can go on and on and on and on. Did y'all have any questions about that? Anything online? Once again, this topic, this is a big one because unfortunately you got a lot of our brothers and sisters that they manipulate themselves not to follow righteousness because all the doubt and fear within them. One last scripture. Let me throw that one in here. He that doubteth.
Romans chapter 14 and verse 23.
There you go. Look at that guy. Who's that guy right there sitting next to me? Romans 14:23. Read that.
Romans chapter 14 and verse 23.
Go ahead.
And he that doubteth is damned if he eat.
And you see why he is damned? Why is he damned if he eat? After what we just went over, why is he damned after if he eat? Why?
Well, the Most High gave him the knowledge. He told him who he was.
But why is he damned?
Because he was unfaithful.
Khan, you're giving me the top of it. I want you to get the layers of the bread. Let's go into the layer of the sandwich. Why? Why is he damned when he doubts? According to what we just went over. Go back over the scriptures we went over and pull it from there. What we just went over. What is he going to do when he doubts? What?
Gonna lack faith.
He's going to lack faith. What else?
He's gonna fall back.
He's going to fall back. He's going to fall back. That's why he's damned. Because eventually he's going to say, what's my benefit in doing this? Right? He's going to damn himself. What else is he going to do? The last point we just went over. Or what he's not going to do. What? What?
Not gonna obey.
He's not going to obey. What else? What?
He's going to stop doing it.
He's going to stop giving. Faith without works is dead, right? So what does he stop doing when he's faithless? Giving the works. I don't want to give no more. I don't want to show up no more. I don't want to go out for the Most High no more. So that's why he's damned. Because he's not going to be any production, any productiveness is going to come from this man, from this woman. What you was going to say?
I was gonna say, basically, he's not gonna come with a willing heart anymore.
Yeah.
He's not gonna have any zeal, drive, purpose, because his purpose, you don't see a purpose in doing it, so there's no purpose.
I don't see no purpose. Yeah. I don't see no reason why. I hear you telling me, and that's why a lot of people go into that. You know what? I just, the drive ain't there no more, Ak. You know why the drive ain't there? Because you won't just do. And the black man, Hispanic man, and black woman, they love to not do. They gotta have a reason why. Even when you give them a reason why, they need another reason on top of that. So in their mind, it's like, man, you know what? I've been fighting. I've been doing it. Well, won't you do it just to please the Most High? Psst. I mean, really? Like just to please? They might as well say that. Instead of just doing because it pleases the Most High. Having faith in knowing that you're going to receive the reward. Right? And that's the error with our people. They don't want to do it. Read it again.
And he that doubteth is damned if he eat. Because he eateth not of faith.
Right. You see that? Because he eateth not with faith. So this is why he's damned. So you got to watch that spirit, man. The Most High said the root of bitterness, to where you start believing and thinking and doubting. You start with that doubtful spirit. So nobody had any questions online?
Yeah.
What do we got?
This is Devin Williams. Leviticus chapter 23, verse 4 through 6. My mother was trying to understand why for us the Passover had passed. And she said she has been going by this chapter 14 days after April 1st. She and her school celebrate the Passover.
Because we did the Passover 14 days. What do you mean 14 days?
Because verse 5. It says, Leviticus chapter 23 and verse 4 and 5. These are the feasts of the Lord, even holy convocation, which ye shall proclaim in their seasons. In the 14th day.
In the 14th day. It's not 14 days. In the 14th day, go ahead.
The 14th day of the first month.
So the 14th day of the first month. It's not 14 days. The Passover is one day. The Feast of Unleavened Bread, it's 7 days after. So she misread that. It doesn't say 14 days long. It means the 14th day of the first month. What?
It's 14 days after April 1st, he said.
Bruh, hold on now. Once again, we're going to read the Bible. When people write on there, first of all, what is the Bible saying? Yeah, don't repeat to me the confusion.
Right.
Now I'm gonna go through the scripture and read the scripture again. Read it again.
Right. In the 14th day.
Right. So in the 14th day, go ahead.
Of the first month.
Okay. So the 14th day of the first month. That's the 14th. It's not 14 days long. Go ahead.
At even. Is the Lord's Passover.
So the Lord's Passover was the 14th day of the first month at the evening of the 14th day. So, go ahead.
Verse 6. And on the 15th day
right.
of the same month is the Feast of Unleavened Bread.
So, because the Passover is one day, and then the Feast of Unleavened Bread goes another how many days?
Unto the Lord, 7 days.
There you go. So, the 7 days of Feast of Unleavened Bread and the first day of the Passover. Which literally, the Feast of Unleavened Bread is kind of the same night as the Passover. Alright? Because as you're going into the 15th day, you're like ending the Passover but going right into the Feast of Unleavened Bread. Alright? Okay, that's what it says. That's what it applied to. What else?
That was it.
Okay. All right. Anything on, I don't know, Facebook? I know we just got back on there. It's been anything on there? No?
No.
Okay. All right. So, brothers and sisters, Shabbat Shalom. Y'all know the deal. We'll be on live in Houston also tomorrow for the Sabbath morning class. So, let's salute them. Everybody say Shalom.
Shalom.
We'll see y'all mañana.
Six chill, for real.
Judah, 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 Judah. Judah, 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 Judah. The scepter will never leave Judah. The scepter will never leave Judah. The scepter will never leave Judah. I'm Judah. Christ sprang out of Judah. King David was Judah. King Asa was Judah. Don't crowd me up, who gon' rouse me up? Alistair Crowley, your time is up. It's a big mess, I gotta clean it up. Esau, the end of my kingdom's up. On the eagle's neck, I'll press. I woke up from my rest. I woke up from my arrest. My rulership is up next.